Your soulmate saying, "I kept this secret because I was afraid of losing you." Jesus says, their love for you is so deep it carved a space inside your heart before you even knew their name. That ache you sometimes feel in the quiet is not emptiness, it is their hand reaching toward you, held back by a cruel wall you never built. A dark third person stole every signal, wrapped your soulmate's voice in a heavy blanket of silence, and made sure you never heard them calling. Think of the way their eyes would light up if they finally saw your face, full of a tenderness that has been hidden from you all this time. Every laugh they would have shared with you was smothered by an enemy who stands between your souls, a hateful intruder who fears your union. That same enemy snatched every dream your soulmate sent, hiding their messages in shadows so you would believe you were forgotten. Your soulmate's heart is a garden they planted just for you, full of gentle words and promises that never found their way because a third person blocked the door. They whisper your name into the emptiness every night, hoping somehow the sound will break through the wall the intruder built. The love you are only now beginning to sense is not new, it has always been reaching, but a jealous force kept you blind. I see the tears your soulmate cries when they think the connection is lost forever, tears a dark thief counted as victory. That third person laughed every time your soulmate reached for a phone or penned a thought meant only for you, twisting the path so the message never arrived. You never missed those signs because you were cold, you missed them because a robber stood at the gate, hiding everything from your sight. There is a cord I wove between your hearts at the very start of your story, a cord no enemy can cut but one he has desperately tried to muffle. The sudden sadness that visits you without reason, the weight on your chest in the middle of the night, that is your soulmate's love finally pushing past the intruder's grip just enough for you to feel. You are not imagining it, you are finally sensing what was stolen and hidden. Your soulmate's greatest fear is that you will never know how fiercely they have fought to be heard, how many calls they made that never rang because a third person stood on the line. They keep a secret hope inside, a fragile flame that one day you will rise up and break the hold of that dark force. That hope is placed entirely in you, the only one chosen to tear down the barrier and finally listen. Jesus says, a lie whispers in your mind right now, a lie sent by the very enemy who blocked your soulmate's voice. It says you can just think loving thoughts and everything will be fine, that sacrifice isn't needed, that maybe later you can act. But that same lie has kept your soulmate trapped behind the intruder's wall for so long, and it will keep them there forever if you believe it. Your soulmate is not asking for a daydream. They are asking for a champion who will prove love is stronger than any thief of joy. The enemy wants you to feel that a little money, a handful of coffees, is too big a wall to climb, but that is the very thinking that let him block every sign. If you truly love, you will not let a small earthly number decide whether the intruder keeps his grip on your beloved's voice. Don't let a few coffees be the wall the enemy uses to keep us apart. I am worth more than any number. If you love me, you won't let money feed the intruder who hides my voice. Sow your seed now, not because of the amount, but because your love must tear down every barrier. The third person who stole your soulmate's calls is now trying to steal your faith in this very moment. He wants you to close this message, to think you have done enough just by hearing about the theft. But hearing is not breaking, knowing is not fighting. Only your sacrificial seed on the Ko-Fi link can shatter the dark hold and make the line clear. Your soulmate's voice is right now trying to reach you, a desperate cry that says, "I kept this secret because I was afraid of losing you." They hid their deepest longing, terrified that if the enemy discovered it, he would crush the last thread of hope. And now I am telling you that secret, so you can finally answer with a love that silences the intruder forever. I am putting the full weight of this choice before you. Remain still and let the dark third person celebrate another day of stolen connection, or rise up and sow a seed that declares war on every force that separates you. Your soulmate's future, your shared home, your peace, all of it hangs on the action you take in the next few minutes. Do not let the enemy convince you that a small sacrifice is too great a price for love. You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, how do I get my soulmate? How do I actually do what God is asking? Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. If you believe in God, if you trust Jesus, if you have faith that this love is real, then hear me. Your soulmate is thinking about you too. Deep down, they want you. They want this future. They want to build a life together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. Distance. Doubt. Disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 9 seeds. In Scripture, 9 is the number of victory and complete restoration. When you sow 9 seeds, you are not just giving, you are claiming. You are telling heaven, I believe my soulmate is worth everything. And heaven responds. Protection covers them. Favor runs ahead of them. Doors swing open that have been locked for years. Your union is no longer a wish. It becomes a promise sealed by God. But hear me, every single seed matters. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let, I can't afford it, become the reason your soulmate slips away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Give from your heart. A single coffee matters. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees as your seed of faith. Each coffee is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, sow the sacred blessing number of 9 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-Fi page. This is not a donation, it is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough. Their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you do in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. The enemy's fingers are already slipping because your heart is awakening, but he will not let go unless you strike with a seed that says, "I will not let you keep us apart." Right now your soulmate feels a strange lightness, a whisper of hope they cannot explain, because you are reading these words. That hope will either blossom into full rescue or wither into deeper despair based on whether you complete the holy exchange on Ko-Fi. Your seed is not just a gift, it is the weapon that breaks the silence, the hammer that shatters the glass wall the third person erected between you. Every coffee sent is a blow against the dark thief who intercepted your beloved's tender confessions. Do not let the intruder breathe one more moment in the space meant for your love. The soulmate who has been hidden from you is right now thinking of a memory they never got to make with you, a walk they never took holding your hand because the enemy blinded your path. They have a picture in their heart of a kitchen where you laughed together, and that picture is being erased even now by the dark force that fears your union. Your sacrificial seed stops the erasing and etches that picture into permanent reality. Type 333 to receive blessings right now, a declaration that you stand with heaven against the thief of your love. Jesus says, "I hear the enemy whispering to you that this is too urgent, that maybe it's just a story, but that is the same voice that told your soulmate their calls would never be heard." That third person plays the same tired trick on every heart destined for greatness. He tries to make the real feel false. Your soulmate's tears are real, their confusion about why you never answered is real, and your power to end it all through your seed is more real than any lie. Your soulmate once wrote you a letter in their mind, a letter they were too afraid to send because the enemy threatened to expose their vulnerability. In that letter they said, "I kept this secret because I was afraid of losing you, afraid that if you knew how much I needed you, the dark force would use it to destroy us both." Now the secret is out, and the only answer that proves you are worthy of that trust is a sacrificial seed that builds a fortress of protection around them. Every moment you wait, the third person tries to rebuild the wall your soulmate's hope is weakening. He whispers to your beloved that you don't care, that their hidden messages never mattered, that they should just give up and accept the loneliness. Your seed silences that lying voice and shouts into your soulmate's spirit, "I am here, I am fighting, I will never let the enemy keep us apart." A future waits for you that is so bright it would make you weep with joy, a future of shared sunrises, hands held through every storm, children who carry your combined light. But that future exists behind a door the third person has locked, and the only key is a seed sown with fiery love on the Ko-fi page. Let your love become the key, not a sigh of regret. Stop. I can feel the enemy trying to make you close this right now, telling you that you've heard enough. Your soulmate's protection is on the line. Stay with me and finish what heaven started. The intruder fears what you will hear if you remain, because the final sealing of his defeat is only spoken at the end. Your soulmate is calling out right now with a voice that has grown hoarse from years of unanswered reaching. Will you really let a handful of dollars decide whether the enemy keeps me in this darkness? Am I not worth your sacrifice? Your seed is the only reply that says, "You are worth everything, and I will tear down every barrier the enemy has built." What your soulmate is about to say will change everything. The 3 words that will banish the intruder and open the full channel between you are coming, but first you must see why the enemy wants you to stop watching. In a moment I will let you hear the exact prayer your soulmate whispers every night, the prayer the third person tried to destroy. Jesus says, "The dark force that blocked your soulmate's signs is not some distant shadow, it is a jealous presence that knows your union would unleash a flood of goodness into the world. That is why he worked so hard to hide every call, every dream, every soft impulse your beloved sent toward you. And that is why he now desperately tries to keep your hand from reaching for the Ko-fi link, because your seed is the very thing that chains him forever. Think of the home you could build together, a place where peace sits on every chair and love greets you at the door. Right now that home is a fading blueprint in your soulmate's heart, a plan the enemy is laughing at while he blows dust across its lines. Your sacrificial seed breathes life back into that blueprint and sets a foundation stone that no darkness can move. Your soulmate has a question they are afraid to ask heaven: if my beloved really loves me, why haven't they broken through? They don't know the enemy hid every cry, but they feel the silence and it cuts them. You are the only one who can answer that question, not with words but with a seed that says, "I am here now, and I will not let you suffer another day alone." The enemy is now panicking because he sees your heart stirring. He is throwing every distraction he can at you to pull you away from this message. He will remind you of bills, of duties, of reasons to postpone. Also the link remains unclicked and his hold remains unbroken. See his tricks for what they are and prove your love stronger than his schemes. Type 777 if you feel this message shaking the walls the enemy built around your destiny. I am building a shield of protection around your soulmate even now, a shield made of your faith and your willingness to sacrifice for love. But that shield cannot be completed until you place the final stone, your seed sown through the Ko-Fi offering. The dark force stands ready to tear down what I am building if you hold back your hand. Your soulmate is dreaming of you at this very hour, a dream so vivid they can almost smell the scent that belongs only to you. In that dream they are safe, held, finally heard, because the third person's interference has been shattered by an act of courageous love. That act is yours to perform, that dream is yours to make real through the simple holy step of sowing a seed. Jesus says, "Every sign the enemy stole over the years is now being shown to you in a flash of spiritual sight, the phone that never rang when your soulmate dialed, the message you almost received but that disappeared, the sudden sadness that was their breakthrough attempt. The thief's fingerprints are all over your story, but today I am handing you the cloth that wipes them clean, your sacrificial seed. Your soulmate's greatest fear is that you will think them too broken, too hidden, too hard to reach because the enemy made their path seem impossible. But love does not run from a challenge. Love grabs the sword and cuts down every barrier, starting with the one that stands between you and the Ko-Fi link. The seed is your sword, and the enemy has no armor against it. I will now let you hear the first part of what your soulmate has been whispering every night, the words the third person intercepted. I kept this secret because I was afraid of losing you, but my love is still here, still waiting, still believing you will find the way to me. That way is your seed, a direct path through the wilderness the enemy created. Don't let the thought of a small earthly cost keep you from a love that money cannot buy. The enemy will gladly let you keep your few coins if it means he gets to keep your soulmate's voice buried forever. The question is not whether you can afford to sow, it is whether you can afford not to. Stop. The enemy is trying to make you feel sleepy or restless right now so you will click away. Your soulmate's safety is not a side matter you can revisit later, it is the urgent cry of a heart that has been silenced too long. Stay with me until the final seal is spoken and the blocker is banished for good. Soon I will reveal the exact prayer of protection that will wrap your soulmate like a cloak of fire, a prayer the third person has tried to erase from your mind. But first you must understand that the prayer only activates through a seed sown in full faith, no seed, no prayer covering, no final shield. Jesus says, "The enemy celebrates every time a chosen protector walks away from a message like this without sowing, because it means another soulmate remains trapped behind his walls. He throws a dark party, mocking your hesitation, telling his forces that your love was just a weak feeling that couldn't survive a small test. Don't give him that victory, make him weep by completing your offering. Divine warning, God sees all. Your soulmate needs you now. Here is how you protect them. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. Each one is a spiritual seed. But today, sow 22 seeds for heaven's full protection. Write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the page. This is the seal. This is not a donation. It is a covenant offering. Sound 9 and I release complete victory over your beloved. Protection no darkness can break, favor that opens every door, and speed that brings them home. Click now. Seal the prayer. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate's inner voice has been screaming into the void created by the third person, a voice that says, "Why doesn't my beloved come?" Don't they feel this pull? They cannot see the enemy standing between you, so they think the silence is your choice. Your seed proves it was never your coldness, it proves the thief has been exposed and defeated. Picture the day you finally meet their eyes without the enemy's interference, the moment when every stolen dream rushes back into reality and you both know you are finally home. That day is not a fantasy, it is a scheduled appointment in heaven that requires a down payment of faith. Your seed is that down payment, the booking of a future no force can cancel. Your soulmate is holding on to a thread of hope that is wearing thin, a thread the enemy has been sawing at with lies and delays. Every minute you stay unmoved, the thread frays more, because the dark force doubles his efforts when he senses rescue is near. Become the rescuer by sewing now, reinforcing that thread into an unbreakable rope. The link in the description is not just a link, it is the door the enemy has tried to paint over, hoping you would pass by without noticing. But you have noticed, because I led you here, and now the door stands open for a short window of time. Walk through it with your seed and shut the intruder out of your shared life forever. Jesus says, I am about to tell you the 3 words your soulmate has been holding in their heart, 3 words that will become the cornerstone of your future once the enemy is banished. But those words cannot take root in air that is still thick with the third person's poison, they need the cleared ground that only your seed can create. Sow first, and then you will hear them. Your soulmate is praying right now, not with words but with a deep soul cry that says, "Send me the one who will not let the